Hey guys, it's Clay, otherwise known as the War Pug, or just Pug. And in my video, I'm going to get to talk about all of the Enlightened stuff. Except for the heavy vehicle, because Steve is supposed to do a video with all the heavy vehicles, because Moneybags Xylar could buy them all. So, I'm not bitter or anything, that's cool. I guess let's just start with the Enlightened hired hands. I hope you are prepared to see the most ridiculously detailed and crazy pieced out normal regular line troops you've ever seen. Okay? All the other factions that I've noticed, of which I got most of, are 10 hired hands to a sprue. The Enlightened are only 5 to a sprue because they are in so many friggin' pieces. This is not a bad thing, I don't think. They look incredible, but they are definitely not. They're definitely not your run-of-the-mill Space Marine type deal. Okay, so let me zoom in a little bit, and we'll go into detail on these frames. These are the Wave 1 hired hands, so they are the regular bipedal upright, non-super crazy looking things. There's these little pieces all over them. I don't even know what they are. I don't know what they go to. They have little numbers right here, luckily. Well, yep. And that should help put it together. I know some of these things, like this piece, I believe is a brace that runs across the shoulders that are supposed to be controlling the arms, things like that. But every single model, at the very least, has all of its limbs as individual. And there's a good portion of them on the other sprue that actually have every leg be 2 pieces, so the legs themselves are 4 pieces even though they're bipedal models. It's pretty crazy. Awesome looking. Pretty crazy. See the detail on the spines on these guys? They have their spine brace running up. I guess there's where that brace would run across the shoulders. Oh gosh, when I flip it over you'll see there's the other little circle part that runs over the shoulders. There's their guns. These are the long range guys, I guess. And some more arms. Oops. Check out the heads right there. These little, here, I'll just flip it around. You can look at it upside down. Very, very, very detailed. These little things, I don't even know what those are. They're on every sprue. I have yet to figure it out. Those are A1s, those are A5s. I don't know what that is. There's the little circular piece that runs across the shoulder. Right there. The legs, and these locking portions of the leg that'll plug into each other. That guy actually has a leg. He has a single leg on him. See, you can see here, each individual leg has a brace that runs along the inside of it that is separate. So you have to attach that into that, and attach them both into the torso. Then attach the head, then attach both arms, then put little doodads on them. I mean, they're really, really crazy. I'm excited to build them, though. I think it'll be really fun. These are the... let me zoom out so you can see the whole sprue. Same size sprue. If you're familiar at all with Malifaux stuff, these are identical sprues. Like these, this came from a Malifaux model, so you can see they're identical. Same deal. So if you're used to that at all, I've not really. That's the only model I have for Malifaux, which actually got to be a civilian for this game. So I'm not super familiar with it, but so see, these crazy looking things right here are actually individual slivers of leg that will become, I mean, look at this. See that? That's 5 models worth of legs. That's it. Insane. I guess these were the ones that on the Kickstarter they actually had an example model created, and it was fewer pieces. And based on the feedback of how static they actually looked, they redid them. Because I think they looked, I don't know if part of them was too small or something was wrong, but I think in the reworking process, these things went crazy. Though on that model they show on the Kickstarter, it did have legs like this, where you had to put them together. See, there's their torsos. Hand weapons. What's cool too is where these guys all have the rule that they explode. They all have little bits of dynamite strapped to their chest, like that. It's pretty awesome. These legs also have the braces that run along them, so you have to put them together and put the brace on them. It's got these little crazy things, little round deals. They're going to be bananas to put together. Okay, so wave 2 hired hands, also on 2 sprues. We'll do these guys first because they actually are packaged differently than everything else I've seen. So the ones that are on wheels, the mono wheel looking guys, actually don't come with the wheels on the sprue. They came with the wheels separately in a bag like this, and which they look really, really good. We'll get one out here. And they actually look a little bit easier to put together because of the mono wheel, and we'll get some good detail on these guys' faces right here. Oops. See, pretty scary looking guys. They actually incorporate part of the neck into the head so that the head and neck will sit flush inside the shirt and hide the seam of where you would normally have the head connect to the neck. It's really, really crafty stuff. Top-notch stuff. All the torsos just have this round joint, so you can plug it into that wheel any way you want to. See, like, I mean, look at this right here. Every one of them, they've got plates that run along the sides for the wheels. You've got these pieces that run along to the wheel itself. I mean, it's just, God, there's so many friggin' pieces to these guys. There's more of these damn things. I don't know what those are. I should have looked that up before I made this video, huh? I'm sure somebody can tell me in the comments below. Or I'll have them built later anyway, but all these pieces up here. They don't have the dynamite on them, but they still have the exploding rule, I think. Ugh. And these pieces of the, I guess they're like the gears or whatever that work in it, but look, you look at these little tiny, I mean, like that little knife stabbed my finger. Sharp little point on it. And then the other guys with the spider legs, you can imagine, having seen the guys with 2 legs, what guys with 4 legs would look like. Every leg is individual, which Eiffel is actually the same way, the resin spider boss. But they've still got all these little pieces that you have to put together to put on the 4 legs, and then they've got the long range weapons on them and the similar heads to them. They may be, I don't think they're the same. Let's see, let's put them next to each other. Whoa, nope, they're different. They're all individual. It's pretty cool. Oh, wait, we got a match. Maybe they're on there in a different order. There's definitely a couple of those that are the same. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. They're zombies. The only thing I'm I'm excited to put these guys together, but to have a horde of these guys is going to be so many man hours of assembly that it's almost discouraging from doing so. Okay, that's those guys. That's the hired hands. Let's get to some really fun stuff. Not that the hired hands aren't fun, but they are. First, let's look at Carpathian. Okay, Carpathian on his sprue. I haven't removed the flash or anything yet. There's a little rock that he stands on. I mean, his cool monocle and his top hat. looking all awesome. His nasty dirty coat. It's totally on purpose. It's not like resin problems like he's supposed to. That's detail. The man's out there building zombies. He's not going to be super clean cut. He's got his robot legs. If you hadn't noticed that yet, he's got robot legs and robot arms. He's mostly robot. He's pretty much very little human left. I do have Eiffel, but he's all cut off the sprue because he's the one I was most excited about. So he's in like a bunch of pieces, like those hired hands. But I'll show you just the front where he goes on there. I mean, look at the detail on that grill on the right there. He's got his spider web launcher thing, and it looks like it has spider eyes on it. Actually has little epaulets on his shoulders because he's wearing like a uniform. Just so freaking cool. Makes me really excited to see the Tesla model and his big mech suit too. Unfortunately, like some other people who got the Kickstart stuff, my creation number 7, which is the super cool, gigantic, two-headed monster man here, he did not come with legs. So I have not opened him up yet because I have to take pictures of him and email Outlaw and say, hey, what's up? Where's my legs at? Which apparently there was a run of them that just, for whatever reason, that got missed, and I think there's like 20 of us or something that this happened to. So, oh, you guys who haven't gotten it yet, fret not, because maybe all the stuff they messed up with us, they'll fix with you guys. Although, to be fair, the only problems I've had out of the whole box of all my stuff I got, which was too much, to be fair, was he was missing legs, and my Enlightened Lady of the West, which was by far the one I was looking forward to the most. Mine is a miscast, and so you can see here, oh no, I don't want to get all creeper like Scott did. Haha, Scott. She's awesome sculpt. She's got her apron, and of course it's low cut and revealing and all that, and she's carrying her blade with her. But mine does not have a face, or she kind of does. She has like a nose in there somewhere, but you can, I don't think I can make it zoom in enough to where it'll let you see it. Ta-da! Scary, no eyes. Ding, 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 ding. Alright, enough of that. So I gotta take a picture of that too. Although maybe I'll just use the video as evidence. Outlaw! Send me another one. I will mail her back to you. I don't care. I just want one with eyes. Anyway, creation number 13, who I deem Frankenstein's monster, because that's what I think he looks like. He's 2 sprues because he's so many pieces. He's got his cool ammo box and his Gatling gun. And again, keep in mind, these are resin models, okay? These are highly detailed, hand-poured resin models, okay? So that's why you see on here they've got this flash on them that has to be cut off. You've got these little, you can see it right there, like reflecting little tiny super plastic paper thin pieces of flash, because it's just part of the art form. That's how these things work. This material, being that it holds such fine detail, sharp knife here, sharp knife. If I wound myself on video, then I guess that's better for you. But this stuff cuts super easy. Okay, I mean it just shaves off. See, so these things that you look at, you go, oh no, that's not a problem. Okay, this is a hobby miniature, right? This is not HeroClix. This is not Magescape, Hero, whatever any of those little pre-painted plastic junks that you buy in a package and you don't know what you're going to get. This is a different type of thing, okay? Some would argue, myself included, it's an art form. That's what this stuff is. Anyway, rant aside. Pug's rant aside. His big old boots, which are super cool, wrapped up. I don't even know what all these pieces are. The heart of his arm, his ammo belt, stuff like that. He's pretty big too. He goes on a medium base, so if you put him next to like Carpathian, like just 13's torso and his upper thighs are the size of Carpathian in general. So he'll be pretty big once he's all put together. Let's do Edison. He is also 2 sprues. And once I get some of these put together, we'll take pictures and we'll put them up on the Facebook page and put them in the forums. But this, I thought it'd be better for you guys to see the raw form, what you're actually getting. So he's only gonna put the backpack, the head, the one leg, and then both arms. So he's not very difficult to put together. Pretty straightforward. Any of these deals back here will be hidden by the leg, and he's got armor on his leg that'll hide the seam line. Super well designed. Let's do Schultz and Dieter Kaufmann. I think. I don't know where they're from. Would they be Russian? No, they wouldn't be Russian. They'd be Swedish. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna call them Penn and Teller because I like Penn and Teller. So screw you guys. They're pretty neat in that they've got just the 2 arms to put on, and then if you had the Mick Ironclad model, it was like this as well, where the bottom of the coat goes on the model. Maybe this is blasphemy. Maybe it was intended. I don't know. I think they look super cool without the cloak. I mean, I know they're going that whole Matrix, Neo ghost guys from the Matrix stuff, but like I think they look really cool without the bottom of the jacket, because then you see the detail on the legs, and it kind of looks like they're wearing suits. I think. I don't know. Scott and I've already had this discussion that I'm crazy. But you know what? Fine. I don't care. Call me crazy. I think they look better without the cloak on the bottom. Plus, I'm not super looking forward to, if I did it, putting that cloak on there and then having to blend that line into the cloak. It's probably constructed in a way like Mick's was, which right here, which I've started painting him. He's not fully painted. He's not done. Do not judge me. Do not judge me. Mick, I'm looking at you. Don't judge me. Or you're looking at yourself. Or I'm looking at you, looking at yourself. I don't know. But this model, see, he actually had a belt where that bottom of the cloak connected to, so it would hide the line on its own. These guys don't have that. And based on how thick it is, I presume that coat would be hidden, the seam line, and it would look like a double tier jacket. But like I just think it looks cool as a coat. I like them. I like them a lot better in person than I did once I saw the 3D renders. I thought the drawings were really cool. I saw the 3D renders. I was a little worried, and because there's something about those 3D renders that just makes these guys look like they have like big fat heads or something. I don't know. But in person, like, they look really sharp. Which all of the Outlaw stuff is proving to be of such high quality that I guess it's kind of silly to assume that. The Iron Horses are really cool. They're solid resin. I thought they'd be part plastic. And they are what equates to 3 sprues, and then the other half of the weapons, which I don't know if that was, like, I don't know if I just, because they come in a bag, or they did for the Kickstarter. I'm sure they'll come in a box, but or a blister. And so it's the main body piece, which is friggin' cool looking. It's got some stuff I got to shave off on the bottom, but just really, really cool, I think. The Enlightened ones have these little metal teeth looking stuff up here on the front, and they have the little armor along the sides and the boxes on the back. And this piece right here, I believe, is different to kind of distinguish them from the other factions. The Outlaw has said, so if you've not heard it somewhere else and you're watching this, to get some magnets or something to put your people on the Iron Horses, because there will be characters that come out with a version that can be placed on an Iron Horse, and that way you can switch out your Iron Horses for those characters and not have to buy another one. Though I'm sure they'd enjoy you to buy another one. And I tend to model everything one piece per deal. I don't use magnets typically, so I'll probably buy another one, but that's it. They have the skids that go on the bottom, and then he's got 2 arms in his head, and then these things can be, when you build your list, they can be tricked out with 3 different loadouts. So you have like a machine gun type deal you can put on there. I may do magnets for these because there's instances where I would like to put the rocket pods on them, which is this little deal. I think. Yeah, that's got to be rocket pods. But it also has the options for the guns and the blasters and whatever. So really cool. Run those in a unit of 3. Scream them up the board. Shoot rockets at stuff. That's what I want to do. Just as like a teaser until Steve makes you see everything. This thing's huge. I got the Enlightened. I went everything Enlightened, and this Doomsday, like this body to it is solid resin. It's heavy. Didn't come with a base, so I'm guessing this is one of the vehicles that doesn't have a base, which it gives you descriptions for in the rulebook for how to measure things from it when it doesn't have a base. I guess like the elk for Warrior Nation has to have one, and I don't know if any of the other vehicles do. That's the only one I've got so far. Last stuff for the video, let's look at the heavy weapons for the Enlightened. This is heavy weapon. See, every single sprue actually tells you what stuff is. It's pretty cool. Heavy weapon Enlightened weapon 2. Made in China. Blah, 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 blah. This is the Sonic Blaster one. He's the coolest, I think. He's my favorite. He's got these big robot legs. And he's got lots of like armor on him. There we go. See? Still, I mean, like this one dude, that's one guy. Look at all those pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 pieces, one plastic dude. Outlaw, you're crazy. I love you. You're crazy. The other one, which is the model that actually got me into this faction, that I will forever call the powder keg, but he is actually now just the shotgun heavy weapon. He has a saw blade, and like a double barrel shotgun. But he also, which you can see his face, maybe. Poor guy's blind. He's got metal sheet over his eyes. He doesn't know what's happening. He's just wandering in there shooting his shotgun. He actually was the first model for Enlightened back before they changed all the rules to explode. So he had a big powder keg on the back of him, and he was a special piece that you would, you know, you would move him in and blow him up. So he was something the enemy had to deal with from range. And now they've changed it to where every Enlightened zombie hired hand can be exploded at 1 per turn, or if they're shot from range, they'll explode. So, that said, hope you enjoyed it, guys. The Enlightened, Dr. Carpathian. They're coming for you. You. Look forward to some more videos. Go check out Scott's videos. We got Warrior Nation. We got Lawmen. We got Tokens. We got Scott being pervy. We're going to have Steve doing vehicles. We got videos, everything. Everything. Enjoy.